Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Power Hour podcast, the pod of ages, where three dudes will rock out with our cocks out by talking some mad shit, having some lukewarm brewski shots, and along the way, explore each other, tickle here and a tickle there. Today, on the casting couch, once again, we have J-Fat and Camo the Ammo. How are we feeling, boys?
Bloody great, mate. Like, drop cheese on the table.
We ready to get rough and raw?
You know it.
Sweet as. Folks, crack a cold one as it is about to get hot and steamy, but please, drink responsibly, New Zealand. This binge is in a controlled, safe environment. Kia kaha tuatara. Alright, boys. We'll get straight into our first segment, which is, of course, the news.
The news, which is universal. The Power Hour presents the Uni News.
In local uni news, Club Day was recent, and you boys have some feedback from the Club Day at AUT.
Yeah, Alpha Charlie Bravo Dildo. We decided to join the Airsoft Club, which I don't know, we just thought we'd join it because why not? Who doesn't love going on Saturdays and shooting your mates, you know?
So what is Airsoft?
Airsoft is pretty much, you get like a replica gun that fires BB pellets, and you just shoot your mates and have a good time. It's real, you know, skill based and like tactics and all that stuff, like it is in the real wars, and it's a good time.
Sounds pretty violent.
I think it'll be great for our Call of Duty skills in future. You know,
exactly. You know, get the KD up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's quite poor at the moment, so got to lift it above the 1.0 mark.
Yeah, definitely. It's a necessity.
It is.
So, boys, in national political news, the Labour Party, they have a new leader in Jacinda Ardern. Andrew Little has stepped down, and of course Jacinda has stepped up, and she has faced quite a lot of sexual scrutiny. Sexism has become quite commonplace in her interviews. Do you boys have any opinions on the...
Haven't noticed it. I think it's quite pointless, but I guess it's just in media at the moment, really.
Yeah, just want to have a disclaimer. We know nothing about politics.
And literally nothing at all. We're just here just to say what we've sort of lightly read over or skimmed over, but
up the national.
Jesus. It's your opinion. Fair enough.
In other political news, Matitia Tude has decided not to resign as her place as co-leader of the Green Party. I personally think this is a very interesting move. From Andrew Little's news broke of him considering stepping down, and everyone pretty much launched into him saying that he needed to. And Matitia is a confessed fraudie, or she committed tax fraud with Wind while she was studying at university. And more scandals come out saying that she has committed electoral fraud as well, so pretty much she lied about where she lived so that she could vote, apparently, for another friend in another place, which is, it's against the law. And she has decided not to step down as leader of Green Party. And it seems that this tactic they had to give the Green Party publicity is spiralling pretty quickly out of control. You boys grasp that?
I feel like Green Party doesn't really mean anything to this country, and it doesn't have enough seats in Parliament, so yeah.
Okay.
Are you aware that the Green Party is like trying to lead a coalition with Labour? So they're trying to like buddy up?
Do you even know what a coalition is?
Well, that's exactly what he just said.
That's a fair point, John. You're completely tied to this,
true.
And I mean that's a fair point. And who knows? After this election, they may completely be irrelevant.
Exactly. They might be just Labour in general.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true. Fair point. Might be a good
So,
tactic.
in sporting news, the Super Rugby finals this weekend. Crusaders and the Lions. It will be played in South Africa at high altitude under a South African referee. Predictions, opinions?
Prediction. Don't have prediction. I think the Lions, you know, they've got home field advantage. There's been a lot of talk about the referees, but I'm sure we'll get back to that. I mean, home field, time travel, altitude, it's all in the Lions' favour, but Crusaders are pretty much undefeated all season, so I'm going to back the boys on that one. I reckon the Crusaders are going to be up on that one.
Okay, so did you say time travel? You said time travel was one of them.
Actually,
No, I thought you said time difference.
I was going to say time difference.
No,
Time zone.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
you're talking about flying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with producer Luke. You did say time travel. I have actually heard that coming from their camp, they have discovered time travel in the deep south, and they have found a way to avoid the time zones
In the deep south,
by
eh?
using time travel. In fact,
Wait,
Interesting. How have they
by
used...
by the deep south, do you mean gore?
nothing good ever comes out of Gore, John.
Shout out to our listeners there.
Yeah.
What listeners?
The secular listener on our
The
floor.
farmer and his dog.
Oh.
So, boys, wrap up the news. So we're moving right along to shoulda, woulda, coulda.
When you should have, if you would have, or could have, it's the shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Before in the news we mentioned politics, and you guys just jumped at the opportunity to talk about it, so I'm going to throw it back in your face with the shoulda, woulda, coulda. We're going to talk about voting. It has become apparent in my short time at university that not a lot of people are all that fussed about voting, which is a massive shock considering that teenagers and young adults are probably the most misrepresented demographic in the voting poll. Like, we don't have a lot of the voice, and say someone votes for a bridge to be built, we're going to be the ones driving on it for the next 60 years, not necessarily, those that are a bit older.
Yeah.
So, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Should we vote?
Of course.
Yeah, I reckon we should vote because, it's our country, so we are entitled to have a say, which is by voting, or yelling at. Yeah. But yeah, I think we should vote 100%.
Kemmer?
Yeah, completely should vote. But I think we're sort of at the stage in our lives where I'd say JFAD and I don't, as we said before, know nothing about politics. Just haven't really mingled with the crowd that really is into it, and so I've never really put myself into a position where I've actually learned anything about it.
I blame the educational system.
Okay.
Because,
Fair enough.
Like a lot of things,
It is.
they didn't teach us anything about politics.
Well, I mean, it's important that we vote because there are policies being passed with the educational system. So there's the thing about how the decile system isn't going to be used anymore. So schools that are in a low economic area, no, they're not going to be. It's going to be under a new risk meter or something. So the schools are going to be measured on how many at-risk students they are.
How many drugs they sell.
Yeah, it comes across as pretty discriminatory. So.
Yeah.
But I just find it crazy how, Camo, you mentioned how you haven't hung with anyone that's gotten into it.
I mean,
you haven't really gotten into it, but I mean, this is literally voting for how our country's going to look. Like, this is our country, and people aren't into it.
I think it's interesting you raise that fact, because, schools and the decile system, I can understand why they're saying it doesn't work, because you look at some decile 1, 2, 3 schools and their results compared to 8, 9, 10, and you sort of turn around and say some of the 10s are doing worse than the 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
I've witnessed a couple, and it's like, not quite sure how the deciles... Well, I understand it, but not really.
It seems to be a system that needs to be addressed, but I think people are getting the decile system works. It's a financial thing. It's the economical status of the area.
Yeah.
It's not how well the students perform. It's from when I was at primary school. I was in a very low decile school, and because our school was pretty much in a poorer community, they got more funding. So that system to me makes sense, but it's obviously more complicated. So onto the woulda. Do you guys reckon you could be politics? Would you guys be politicians? Because you seem to voice your opinions pretty well.
Yeah, but
I think we could be, great politicians. You give us a question of notes and multiplications, and both JFAD and I managed to, a great stereotypical politician, answer the question without answering the question.
Yeah.
But,
I think if we pulled our heads out of our asses, we could maybe have a shot at it.
But
I wouldn't want to.
Nah.
Too much pressure.
What would be the first law that you guys would try and push for, the first policy?
I'd say give them more opportunity to, I guess, make money I'd say make
It's
money.
actually incredibly funny you should say that, because if you've been paying attention, that's actually a policy that
Opportunity-
parties are trying to put.
party, yeah.
Well, there's actually a lot of them are actually, they all have student-based things. So obviously, Opportunity's trying to give out money. Others are talking about when and how you pay back your student loan.
I ran through a couple of them last night, actually.
I don't mean that. I mean, ask a student, would you would you like this job? Because as a student, I know how harsh it is when you're poor. You don't have money that you can just save up for, throw out, pay for rent. So if I had a job, it'd be a lot easier.
I think on the flip side of that argument, when I really look around for jobs, it's actually not really that hard to find a job. But you just sort of have to get out there and do it. I mean, we've been pretty lazy personally. I have, at least, in terms of finding a job. So I guess you could quite easily do it if you really wanted to. It's just... Yeah, I think it's just, in my opinion, just the full-on, the final cost of tertiary education nowadays.
Yeah.
Could be... Well, not really the education itself, but more the living... The hostel living costs around it, sort of thing.
Yeah, they could at least cut them down or whatever. They do help out by giving you this much money each week, but you have to pay that back. And you can't say, no, I don't want that money because I have to pay it back. You have to have that money because there's no other way you would be able to pay for your food or pay for your accommodation.
That's a very good point. It's crazy how I've just brought up one simple question. You guys have already got clear, definitive points of views that represent your own policies and things that you want to push on. I think this is why we should think about voting. So the Coulda, who could you guys see winning the election this year? I'm obviously not going to ask you guys necessarily who you're going to vote for or if you're going to vote, because that is your own business, but who could you see winning? Do you think it's just going to be national again?
I think so.
You think so?
I mean, it's been that way for a while. Even though John Key is now gone, the laws, whatever you want to call them, still stand.
Yeah, and even though Bill English is... People have their own personal opinions on him. It's not just him, it's the whole party. And they appear to be doing a pretty decent job, in my opinion.
The thing is, on social media, everyone... When John Key was Prime Minister, everyone... Fuck John Key, he's useless Prime Minister, right?
Yeah.
He's gone now. People are saying...
We miss John Key.
Fuck, yeah, Bill English and we miss John Key.
Yeah.
So... You can't keep the people happy, you know?
Well, it's true. Taking a step back from that, everyone wanted to change from Helen Clark. And National came in, and then everyone said, fuck Helen Clark.
Yeah.
And then she went off and got her job in the United Nations.
Well,
and then everyone was going, why do we have this ponytail pulling dude in as our Prime Minister when we have this?
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you guys both think National's going to...
I just think it's difficult to please the mob, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great point. I can't see anyone putting up a good enough fight against National. Labour haven't had a sturdy leader since Helen Clark. They leapfrog each other from year to year, and no one's been able to put their foot down and say, as Labour, this is what we want to do. This is our leader, because when there's like a little spark of that happening, something comes out and the person drops, and it just seems like no one has really the guts to stand up to National. But I'm hoping that there could be some sort of change. I mean, it's going to...
I think even though that Green Party is, like you said, like joining or doing something with Labour, they still don't have enough seats in Parliament to, I think, make a difference.
Yeah, how Green come out of this election is going to be incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
Who
knows
how it's coming out.
You never know. Jacinda Ardern might be the next Helen Clark.
It might be the next Helen Clark.
She
Yeah,
had better dental care though. Just throwing it.
might be a new policy that they're pushing for.
Dental care.
Compulsory dental care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, next segment, the slice of unsolicited advice.
You probably don't need it, nor do you want it, but here's our slice of unsolicited advice.
This week we got something quite interesting, and it's something that is quite relatable to everyone, and that's stress. Everyone goes through stress. We as students experience stress on a daily basis. Some people experience it every hour, whatever. Do you boys have advice for those that are struggling with stress and how to tackle it?
I think a good one would be with how just relaxing. Just hanging out with mates, cracking a cold on for the boys. That always appears to be a great way to relieve stress. And I've heard, in fact, actually, I read a fact somewhere that in fact, your average male must get drunk at least twice a week in order to remain healthy.
That is a great fact.
Mentally healthy or physically?
Yeah, what health are you referring to? Because there are 4 different kinds: spiritual, emotional, physical.
In my opinion, everything's physical.
Everything's
Because it's all mental. It's all mental. No, because it's all part of your brain. Your brain is mental, because you could debate it's chemical, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Chemical,
human
chemical
students right here.
Yeah.
So, it's all physical, in my opinion.
I'm pretty sure many health consultants would disagree.
I would agree.
It's a fair point. And so, getting drunk twice a week,
Not too drunk.
with or without,
Just
who
not
do you
too
drink
drunk.
with?
Just a couple cold ones.
couple cold ones.
Oh, the boys. Because
the boys.
it's a cold one boy or a lukewarm one with the missus. Nah, never. Always the
it's not
boys.
even lukewarm beer. It's a fucking
Probably
it's some rosé or something.
Something.
Nah.
That's something I'll probably go.
Yeah,
Show my fingers out.
if you're gonna do it, you're gonna need to put it through a funnel, mate, with the boys.
completely.
Funnel with the boys.
Funnel
So,
boys.
JFAT, how do you tackle stress? You've got a lot of assignments due.
Well, I've done a lot of study through this stressful time of my life, being here at uni.
You fight stress with study.
No. That is what I'm saying. That is what makes the stress.
Fight
Oh,
state
okay.
of stress.
I fight fire with fire. Sorry. What did I say?
So just to clarify, JFAT, you have been studying a lot and it's stressing you out a bit. How have you been tackling it?
Well, I read online that you should jerk off
Yeah,
at least 3 times a week
yeah.
to keep the stress down, take your mind off some things,
Only 3.
or however many times you want. But I mean,
should we
If you
minimum
say
of
however
3?
many times you want, does that make it a relevant fact? Where you say you should jerk off 3 times, but you say, but really you could jerk off any amount of times and it's still true.
well, no, because it was the average. The average was 3.
Okay,
That's a low average.
I know.
that's very low.
No, but
I'm like 10.
you're studying a lot. You don't have time to jerk off that much. You know, it's like the old when you're bored out of your mind, you jerk off more than when you're busy.
Touche. That's
Yeah.
very true. Yeah. Like even when you're super bored, 3 times a day.
Oh,
I
until
find
you're
when
shooting blanks, mate.
I find over the stressful exam period, it actually goes up as a form. One as a form of procrastination.
Yep. Yep. It's like when you're cleaning your room
Exactly.
every 5 seconds.
You just turn what you do. Like if you want convince your mother you're gonna vacuum your room, hook up the old UE boom.
Clean us a vacuum room.
I'm going
Vacuum cleaner.
Bear with me here.
Yeah.
Hook up your UE boom, YouTube vacuuming sounds. Play that in the corner if you go.
Yeah, lovely.
What,
She
with a
thinks
vacuum cleaner?
No,
Yeah.
that's just in the background to cover up. She thinks you're vacuuming.
I
but
feel like
really-
you'd be killing 2 birds with 1 stone if you, instead of putting in the effort to search vacuum cleaner noises, you just turned on the vacuum cleaner and used that.
Not a
Or
bad idea, actually.
you jerked off while vacuum cleaning.
Or that's what's that? 3 birds. You've got the
Yeah.
sound of a vacuum. You're actually vacuuming.
And then you can clean out the mess.
Oh, he's onto this one, eh?
Done it before.
I was going to say personal experience, most definitely.
That is a great point, JFAT. You're truly the expert at vacuums and apparently jerking your meat. Moving right along, we are up to our favourite segment of Is It Raining in Auckland? We've been getting a lot of ground with this segment, and this week we have a true, legitimate expert on call waiting to tell us, is it raining in Auckland? I think the phone is ringing. Hey, here we go. Our expert better pick up.
Yo,
Hey, Ro.
how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm just calling because I want to know what's the weather like in Auckland.
The weather's like in Auckland.
Yeah.
I don't know, what's it like?
I don't know. I called to ask you.
I'm not in Auckland.
Oh, what?
I'm not in Auckland, bro.
Oh, fuck. I thought... But how is the weather in Auckland?
I'm probably good, I don't fucking know.
Can you Google it?
Yeah.
Where is it? Just me and the boys want to know what's the weather like in Auckland?
It is 21 degrees, sunny with a bit of cloud.
Serious?
Yeah.
Is it raining?
Humidity 78%, 6%, and 18 km wind.
Is it raining?
No, well, not according to this. It should just be sunny.
Thanks, man, mate. Great job. Great job. Great job, mate.
You're welcome.
Alright, love you, bye.
Love you too, sugar. Bye.
Alright boys, so it has taken 3 weeks, but we have finally found out if it is raining in Auckland, and our correspondent weatherman from Tauranga has told us that it is in fact not raining in Auckland.
Didn't realise that
And
one,
in fact,
eh?
he even went out of his way to give us the temperature and what the winds were
Doing
doing.
precipitation. You notice that?
That just shows how tight we are as a podcast crew. Even people that aren't part of the podcast crew just unknowingly help us out along the way. That's awesome. Producer Luke, do you have anything to add to his statement on the weather?
He's done a better job than me. I didn't think it would be possible, but it is. So good on you, Chris. Kia kaha.
Kia kaha, Chris. That was amazing. So, moving right along. Have you ever? This one always seems to get a bit weird. And I don't think it's fair that we change that. This, why fix what isn't broke? So this week we are tackling the issue of releasing bodily fluids in public. I mean, generally this can go from anything from a number 1 to a number 3 to just a chunder. A chunder. So, Kamadema, JFAT.
Yep.
Have you ever released bodily fluids in public?
Sort of. I mean, nobody knew I did, but I did. Basically, at the beach in the old wetty, it was a wee bit of a chilly day. The hay was nice and warm. I made that 3 mil wetsuit and just swimming around. Just had lunch and got a bit. Yes, Jeff.
Did you wait half an hour?
No, see
That was
that's
an hour.
no,
It's an hour.
it's half an hour. See, but it's not actually true. I don't know where you got that wire.
They say it's because it stops you from cramping up or something.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just pretend that you never heard that ever.
It just makes you shit in a wetsuit.
It's pretty much just so in case you don't do what I did. And yes, I shat in my wetsuit. Felt great, tell you what. Until the moment I started feeling it in my wetsuit, and then it occasionally try and walk back like a normal person.
Was it a full body wetsuit? So it was like a full,
Yes.
it was encased in, it had no escape. It was,
Yes,
Was it moist?
yes.
it got
Very-
Squidgy.
Oh yeah, don't
Yeah.
look. I don't want to be reminded.
Did touch a sack.
No, it actually didn't. It didn't really reach around. It started going down the legs. It was like
did you do the old?
no. So you know when people have the old chafe, and you got that little waddle going.
Yeah.
You had that waddle going on, but it was
squidginess.
It was squidginess every single step I took. It was not the goods.
No
Not
good
the goods.
to-
Yeah,
not good
eventually,
to me.
eventually got it off, stripped down, fucking hosed myself down, then got in a bath full of straight like fucking pure alcohol.
Hydrochloric acid?
Pure, yeah, hydrochloric acid actually was the old HCl,
Yeah.
and yeah, straight in there. Had to clean that shit off, Bit on the skin a wee bit, trying to clean it off, but no worries.
what the fuck? I don't even know where to begin on that. What did you do with the wetsuit afterwards?
Washed it, used it again the next day.
Of course. Of course. Were
The
you
other
out
thing,
with-
hey, wetsuits are expensive, mate. I was looking at it the other day. I want to get a new one.
Yeah.
The old winter wetty.
Yeah.
Nice 4 mil wetty. And $600
No
for a
way.
brand new
You're
wetsuit.
fucking
And you
joking.
thought it'd be a smart idea to drop a dookie in yours.
Look, when you're desperate, okay?
I've never been that desperate.
Was it
Have you
good?
ever been that desperate?
Never worn a wetsuit.
Wow, really?
Why?
Did you just ask
Have you ever owned one?
Yeah. Never wore it.
Oh my god.
I used to just
Did you try it on the shop?
No. My parents got it for me for Christmas.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I only usually wear what are they called?
A double round single.
Oh, a rash
pair of
shirt.
leg
A rash
shorts.
shirt.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it.
Oh, a rash
It was
shirt.
like a rash shirt. Yeah.
Oh, wetsuit top.
Yeah, wetsuit top.
Oh,
That's the
right.
one.
They're great.
Yeah.
Great thing.
No,
I
I
highly
just wore
recommend
nothing
those.
underneath, just naked.
The Speedos? Oh,
Oh,
naked, even
yeah.
better.
Naked.
Mm.
So have you ever dropped a dookie and you're naked in the ocean?
I have.
Yeah, Jesus.
I wasn't naked, but you know how you just undo the old board shorts, plop them down, and you know when you go for a pee and you're doing the old sus look, it was a poo.
Oh, no.
And didn't know that poo floated, so I saw this brown monster pop up next to me. I'm like, g'day, holy fuck.
This monster.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, this is no good to me. Just fucking started paddling away, and I'm like, yeah, fuck that. Someone else's business now.
I have a question. Were the waves on the day?
Yeah.
So couldn't take it to shore?
Probably. Some kid probably started,
No, I
playing
don't.
with it. Better play though.
Can we just put a pin in that? Producer Lou, have you ever dropped a dookie in the ocean?
No, I'm still scared of pissing in the ocean, to be honest.
It's funny because In fact, that is actually classified as an aqua dump. Did you know that?
Aqua dump?
Yeah, it's an aqua dump.
You know, I'm
That's
actually
in fact an aqua
saving
dump.
the environment. I did not flush my poo. Saved a lot of water that day.
Did you wipe your bum when you're there? Because, you know, it's a nice, easy...
So think about it though, actually, going back to that, you just got E. coli all up into that system, bro. If anything, you're probably more harmful for the environment than flushing the toilet.
Yeah.
Nah, I was right. Jesus.
Yeah, Cameron just raises a good point. How do you boys watch? 'Cause it seems like 50% of the podcast crew has taken a dookie, which means statistically 50% of everyone, going off our math, has dropped a dookie in the ocean. How do you, the 50% of the population that have done such a thing, clean up afterwards?
As I said, hydrochloric acid in the bath. No worries, mate.
Oh, so you just... Oh, of course, because yours didn't float away. Yours hung around all
Mine
the
was
way
with me
home.
for quite a lot longer than expected.
And you walked home.
Yeah, about a 5-minute walk.
About a 5-minute walk.
Well,
Why
usually,
did-
usually it's 2 minutes, but when I was wearing that shit, it was like a fucking 5-minute walk out.
Surely you cleaned up the mess in the water. Why did you not?
Because it was in public and there's a whole lot of people around. Otherwise, it would have been cute. I had nothing on underneath my wetsuit.
Just swim out a bit further.
Completely naked.
No, crack open the zip and reach down there and wash it out.
Oh, no, thank you. I'll pass it out.
Actually, John raises a good point. There's like this video that I've seen on Facebook of these two guys in the shower, and one of them sneezes and like this explosive shit hits the other guy, and then the other guy runs out of the shower. So why would you take it down in the ocean and be like, man, I wish I had time to wash this with. I'm going to take a 5-minute walk home.
Producer Lube has just showed us a photo. It's actually a meme, in fact, saying, if you think you're ready for kids, take a look at this. You're welcome. And underneath has a photo of a naked baby on top of his father, who's a shit down his back.
Do you think the dad knows?
Oh, he's got to. There's got to be the
Yeah,
split
for
second
something.
taken before
I
it.
feel like when a bird, bird poop comes in.
He would be like,
You
oh,
just don't
those,
want to admit it, I think.
those bastard seagulls. And
I've
it
been
was-
shat on the head by a bird before.
You
Good
had-
luck. That's good luck, mate.
Yeah, no, it was not good luck. I got nothing good out of it ever. I just had shit on
What are
my
you talking
head.
about? You're on a famous podcast now.
Oh, true. Thank you, bird, for shitting on my head. I appreciate that one. I was at school in the middle of the day. It was
Yeah,
fucking...
tell us more.
Yeah, no thanks. It was horrible.
Alright, boys, we'll move it right along to the Power Hour plug.
The Power Hour plug.
So, this will be the last time I'm saying this. It's episode 3, and of course, our episodes have not yet been put to air, but they will be soon. And the way the segment works is we give a plug to people and things that are going on. People get in touch with us, and we give them a shout out. Every good podcaster needs a shout out segment, I feel. It helps us keep in touch with all our dozens and dozens of...
Fans.
Brilliant earthlings.
Exactly. Our
Good
earthlings need shout outs. It is their right and our responsibility to give them to them. So, this week we don't have any.
And we don't have any butt plugs either.
And we don't have any
No.
plugs
Yeah.
from the plugs either.
No time.
It'll be a great Christmas
No.
present for you, actually. I think we should chip in boys for a butt plug for J Fat over here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that's a fair point, but they can be pretty expensive.
Can
especially if they've got like battery packs and stuff.
Oh.
Think of battery pack and a butt plug.
Double brown
Surely.
butt plug?
Oh, you would love that, hey?
Yeah, mate.
No,
It's just a can, bro.
You
can take a
We've got a
can.
few around us now.
You can take a can.
Yeah?
Loosen up.
You can even keep that. You know what? I'll even give you a discounted price
Yeah.
if you take one from the fridge, it's cold, and don't even crack it open, just put it right up there, you know? That'd be perfect.
Can you some...
And then you can eventually take it out and it's got extra flavour.
Can I use our producer?
Which is lube?
Yeah.
you can definitely use a bit of lube.
What's going on?
You don't want to know. You should move on at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have plugs. Thank the Lord. No plugs this week. So we'll carry it right on to our next segment, which is our good old spinning a Sharn.
Spinning a yarn is an art, which these boys have no experience in. Get ready for a load of the Sharn.
This is where we talk about spinning a good old yarn
Yeah.
or two from our lives. We share our experiences, and the rest of us just comment on it, really. I mean, it's always good just to have a yarn with your mates, and it's on my script that Jono has a yarn for us. So, JFAT, can you please share with the podcast crew a good yarn of yours?
Yeah, no worries. I've been thinking of this one for a while.
Yeah, I bet.
It happened about a couple of weeks ago. We were down by the viaduct, right? And
The old
yeah,
viaduct.
and our Weatherman, aka Chris, aka Chris, he threw me a bright idea to pop a fat manu.
You're into monos at the moment, are you?
I'm
Loving
not,
them.
I'm not hearing the downsides of popping a money.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the thing is, it was not into water.
Oh,
It was in fact into just the ground, just the solid cunt of a ground.
Well,
Wow.
grass or concrete?
She was paved, mate.
Oh, no good.
And so he decided it'd be a 10 out of 10 idea to add an extra chromosome into the pavement via manu. So he cracked a manu. He also probably cracked his brain because he realised it was a 10 out of 10 dumb fucking idea. And he lives to tell the story.
Can you remember the story?
No.
Yeah. That's crazy. Hucking our money on the concrete. I mean, obviously we've all heard this story and seen the Snapchats of
Completely,
our
yes.
friend Bryn doing it into a table. And you see them on Facebook, people do like those wrestling moves where they do like body slams and stuff into a table.
So table
It doesn't
breaking
make
is what-
sense, but it makes more sense than doing a bomb into pavement. But then again, Chris just randomly asked, or he answered our call of if it was raining in Auckland, and he answered it. So I think it's fair to say he's probably maybe not the brightest bulb in the lighting decor.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
You know how they say they're not the brightest tool in the shed? There's no fucking shed. So...
Just a tool on the grass,
Yeah,
rustling away, you know?
Throw away. Is that spanner in the works, you know?
Yeah. No
So-
good. They can
The bombs on pavement are, as you said, a 10 out of 10. Dumb idea. I think this is almost
Yes,
a do
brilliant.
not try this at home moment.
Oh, complete.
Oh, it's,
Oh,
this is
well-
when the Jackass music comes on, you know.
Yeah. Well, it depends on, you know, like, what you're thinking, what you've been doing for the day.
Oh.
If you really want to relieve some stress, there's another way of doing it. Just pump fat money.
Some free chiropractic.
Onto pavement.
Can you want? On anything,
Can be
really.
whatever, you know. Your uncle's car.
Yeah, it's always good.
Your auntie's boil-up pot.
In fact, actually, you speak of this, and this actually leads on to my yarn. In fact, over summer, I was in Whangamata,
Yeah.
in the Coromandel, and outside the piss store, waiting for a couple of mates. They had some drinks on to pick up, and we're just chilling around, waiting up. Next thing you know, these two hooligans drive up in their piece of shit. I don't know. Like, I've never even seen this car before. It's so crap and old. But anyway, you know, clearly they're still driving. It was still fine. So this cunt opens his door, slams it shut. He climbs up on the bonnet. I'm like, the fuck is this dude going? Climbs up on the roof and literally pops a motor onto his roof. I'm not even kidding. So then and his mate's like, yeah, it's like starts clapping and cheering. And I'm just sitting in the car looking, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He rolls off, opens the door, smacks the roof, pops it back up fine again, goes and does it again.
I'm just going to say, he was obviously...
Having a good time?
No, he was out of a couple million sperm to win the fucking race. Let's just acknowledge that he may have been a test tube baby, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
This is one of the miracles of life, how we could have, you know, the doctor, the surgeon, the leader,
And you
and you got the guy that does bombs onto the roofs of cars.
Those mutters, not bombs. Please, can we get that
Oh,
right?
specific.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Gotta get it right, mate. Gotta get it right.
He's obviously a
Public
legend in his own
announcement.
right.
Do you know what? It might actually have been Chris, because I didn't know him by that point. You never know.
Oh.
If he doesn't concrete one onto
Actually,
the roof.
that would not surprise me.
No,
Just take it to the next level.
yeah.
And then it makes sense for the pavement. You'd say, don't jump on the pavement. You say, man, trust me, I've done this before onto car
The
roofs.
car roofs.
Someone would tell them that there is not that much below a car roof and a lot below that pavement, such as more fucking the pavement.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a
Amazing
rocket
pavement.
scientist. Alright. So moving on to our last segment. This is a favourite of mine.
Whether it is or it isn't, these titles have made headlines. The boys ask, is this news?
Is this news? We went through this last week. We introduced the segment and it was a massive hit with the boys. Cameron enjoyed it the most. His,
I had no idea what was going on.
his opinions were thoroughly enjoyed.
Didn't know how to play the game.
We've clarified in between last week and this week how this segment works, and we find a news headline just to clarify again, and you guys say if it should really actually be in the news. These stories are legit. Is this newsworthy, or is the newspaper just wasting space? All right. So we'll crack right into it. We've got 3 headlines, and all of them are absolute bangers.
Bugger.
Banga.
Bangers and mash.
So the first
Wow.
one. World champ busted for doping at 67.
Good man.
What a legend.
What? Wait, what?
what's
Clarify what's dope.
Yeah.
Doping. So,
Oh, wait.
actually, that's a fair point. I should probably clarify it for you two. Doping is not dope.
It's like, as in drugs. Wait, I'm confused.
Doping.
What? Did it say what sport?
The JPEG above the headline was that of cyclists.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to-
Lance Armstrong, guys.
Yeah, so
He's
I
back
might,
again.
I might have to remind you guys that I don't read the articles, and neither does producer Lube. We just feed you guys the headlines,
So,
and you guys just
I figured
talk
out.
about
So,
it.
you know how I talked about time travel earlier?
Yeah.
This is him.
Yep.
It's Lance Armstrong. He's back again, trying again.
Absolute
In
shit
older
cunt.
age. Yeah. I think this is newsworthy.
Yep.
Time travel. This is time travel proven right here. This is time travel.
Rick and Morty.
So you're saying
Rick and
that
Morty.
Lance Armstrong has watched Rick and Morty, aged 30 odd years,
Completely.
and then after 30 years discovered the Crusaders' method of time traveling and has
Mm-hmm.
come back to the present to once again use steroids and race in
I think he thought his
biking.
He thought his new drugs, in fact, were actually undetectable,
Yes.
but obviously not. Once
Just
again,
crack
we
cocaine.
caught him again.
Yep.
Got him again.
Bit of detective job on that one.
Yeah. I think there would be old dog sniffers got him.
Yeah.
I definitely would be more concerned about how he got his hands onto the Crusaders' method of time traveling. I mean, the secrets of our rugby teams are far more prestigious than any drug-related incident that might occur in a sporting event, especially something like cycling. Apparently that's commonplace. Did Lance Armstrong come up with that quote, like, no one can win a Tour de France without shooting up? No?
A school?
You guys
or-
want to know? Apparently I wouldn't know either. Apparently that's a thing. So I'm not even going to quote that, but I've heard that. I've heard that. Whispers on the wind.
Yeah.
Moving right along. Wait, do you guys reckon that's newsworthy?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
You would read that article?
Yes.
I would read that.
No.
Yeah, me too.
I wouldn't read it.
You guys wouldn't read an article about it?
I'd listen to it.
I'd read the first
Have it
paragraph.
spoon fed to you.
Yeah.
I'd read the intro.
Read the intro. I'm kind of the same with that. I'd read the intro and then kind of be like,
Is it worth finishing?
yeah, it's true.
Wait,
I mean, he's
what's going on in the
67,
comments?
so like he's
Good
obviously
on-
been around the block
Yeah,
a few
he's done it.
times.
Good on for
For
getting
the
on
track
track.
in this case, and he's done it more than others because he's been shooting up. So, next headline. Despacito becomes the most popular video on YouTube.
Amen.
Really?
Hallelujah.
Yep, so this
That's
is- this
more
is a-
than
I was thinking.
Well,
PSY. or whatever
so
it's called.
I need to break this down again. Neither me nor the producer have read the article, but these can be real like word mixes. There are a lot of different records in YouTube: most viewed music video, most streamed. It can get really, really complicated. But a few weeks ago, Despacito became the most streamed song across services, so like
heard that.
Spotify and stuff. And now the headline merely says it is the most popular video on YouTube. I'm not sure if that means it's got the most views. I can only assume that.
If I can add my 2 cents on that one,
where'd you
Despacito is on track to become the first video to reach 3 billion views.
Fuck.
me silly.
So it
Okay,
is
let's
not
go.
the most popular yet, or it is carrying.
It's the most viewed video, and it's the most liked video on YouTube.
How many likes does it have?
Too many.
4.
How many dislikes has it got? Because I remember when Justin Bieber came out with Baby, and that had like one of the most dislikes as
That
well.
turned
It
into
had
a
more,
meme
like-
though.
It did turn into a bit of a meme, yeah. I'm wondering how Despacito's lasted this long. I mean,
I'm not surprised.
Because people like Justin Bieber.
No. Skip the Justin Bieber part. It's got one of those tunes that it's more the beat. It's just so catchy. You just
okay.
can't get out of your head, you know.
Okay.
As much as I know you boys hate it, and I'm pretty 50-50 on it. I'm well pissed and I don't mind it. But I can understand how, to an extent. But without Justin Bieber doing his own little remake of it, that song would not have taken off in the Western world, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't even know that there was like an original. I didn't know that there was a Justin Bieber dub, and then it came across on a show or something, and Justin Bieber wasn't doing his little intro bit, and it was insane. I mean, I'm not a music expert, but I have listened to Spanish music and that of the likes. I've got family friends that are from Southern America and are into that whole, acoustic rhythmic music. But I mean, I'd heard that before, and I think everyone's just been given a shot of diversity. But instead of spreading out into numerous songs from the genre, they've all just given all their love to this one song that in itself has not become a meme. And it, like,
No.
I haven't seen many memes of Despacito.
Or there's part from the Google Translate one.
Oh,
Did
yes.
you see that?
Yes.
No.
Oh, so in fact, what some hero, the savior of our race, what he did
Jesus?
was
His second coming?
this was Jesus' second coming. In fact, he came on Facebook,
Yeah.
all over it. You know, right hand, left hand, jerked all over it.
Both hands?
Why not? Anyway,
Finger
so
up.
what he did was they stated a line, I believe, during the song,
Okay.
and Google Translate would translate the line, and they even pressed the old listen button,
Yeah.
and the Siri Google style mail
Yeah.
stated what it was in English. So
Yeah.
in fact, Despacito means slowly. I learned that, and it actually does, legit.
I think that's got to be
It's
one
about
of the
sex, right?
unclimatic finishes to a story ever.
Love it. That's
That was
what
a
I-
Brit-
I
that was a
heard
Brit
that.
finish.
That's a Brit finish right there.
That was a massive Bryn finish, and I'd heard that, and you built up it was going to be something inappropriate. But
Yeah, I could be fine.
It was a genuine fact that had been genuinely researched, and it came from Camo. I'm actually pretty impressed.
You
So
get it.
thank you for enlightening
You're
us
on me,
on
mate.
what.
Turns out my stroke is actually doing good things for me.
Really? Well, that's
No.
good.
No, not really. Not really.
Yeah, well, Despacito needs to get off the airwaves before I put a bullet in my brain. Next headline and final headline. This one is an absolute gem, boys. Robert Pattinson, you know who Robert
Yeah,
Pattinson
of
is?
course. Edward Cullen.
J-Fat doesn't know who Robert Pattinson is, but that is all good.
It's the vampire dude.
Edward.
Twilight.
Twilight.
The main dude.
Yep.
Who's pale as fuck.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Yeah, don't act like you don't know Twilight, man.
No, I do.
Right.
I've seen your extended edition.
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
I jerk off to it.
Robert Pattinson was asked to perform sexual acts on a dog.
Wait, what?
And apparently...
Was it a werewolf?
I don't think this is related to the werewolves
Damn it.
in the Twilight sequels. Producer Lube, have we got any details on this one?
Sure, I'll see what I can do. So, it was in a television interview with the man Jimmy Kimmel. Patterson said himself that for a new film titled Good Time, which is about to premiere at Sundance, he was asked to manually simulate a huge dog for a scene. You can only imagine that simulation was sexual.
Okay.
All I have to say on the matter is...
Honestly, what I just informed you boys gave me no context.
I was going to say,
for
Mike,
the headline.
that didn't help
If anything,
whatsoever.
And it poses more questions.
Yes, it does.
Well, I guess it just in this film, which could be a wacky, crazy, artsy, indie film, there was a scene between a man and a dog.
Then again, have you seen the films that man does?
No.
Or just-
Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Can't say
He's
I'm
like,
familiar.
what's the dude who's constantly getting arrested for, who's on Transformers and constantly getting arrested
Bill
for...
Cosby?
Shia
Shia
LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
Bill Cosby, like, Shia LaBeouf. He's like Shia LaBeouf to an extent, and the old Harry Potter dude.
Yeah.
Does some slightly off movies, you know?
Yes, the art is objective and people like to push the barriers.
I think that's one way.
So-
Very nice way to put it.
You know, there's been some questionable scenes in films. What I've heard, there's been simulated blowjobs for a front. There's been some crazy cutting edge. I don't know,
Yeah.
cutting edge, but there's been some pretty questionable films and scenes in films. So maybe a dog receiving fellatio.
Don't know if I like the blowjob and cutting edge in the same sentence. I might just
We keep
add
those
there.
ones apart. But I mean,
yes, thank you.
I mean, what do you boys think? This is it's a bit ridiculous.
I don't want to hear it. I wouldn't waste my time reading it personally.
All I have to say is better romance story than Twilight.
I definitely think that I think it should at least be posed in a different way that clearly entertainment used, because the way that this headline was put out
Absolutely. Yeah.
was that he genuinely was asked to perform sexual acts on a dog. I mean, it could have been... Yeah, well, that's exactly the point, and that's what so many people would be like, what? I'm going to click on this. They could have easily
They
had
manipulated
written...
the...
Then again, in America, it wasn't that long ago, it was actually legal to have sex with horses.
Certain states.
In certain states. It was actually legal to have sex with, like, animals, sorry, in more states than it was to have gay marriage.
That's
Actually, why would that even be a law? Why would you go around fucking horses?
Yeah, but that was actually a law. That was a true thing. Like,
there was nothing disclaiming it. So
Yeah.
totally opened.
But for a law to be made, someone must have done that.
Yeah.
Well,
JK, you're talking us like...
had to think of how many
like the
STIs
videos.
came about.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's how most STIs came about.
Oh, they made, like, people knew about them. Okay, I thought you mean...
No,
they made a law on not being able to have STIs.
Oh.
You're exterminated if you have herpes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I might cut it out, you know.
Maybe. That could be a new policy you guys could push when you guys
Shoot
are
all the monkeys.
politicians.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Shall you be exterminated if you have herpes? Shall we? What about chlamydia? Yeah.
Rude.
Anyway, I think we should change topic.
Rude not to.
Right, so boys, Robert Pattinson being asked to perform sexual acts on a dog. Is that newsworthy?
No.
No?
Nah.
No. 10 out of 10. No.
10 out of 10
no.
would not bang.
In other words, that news article is a 0 out of 10.
It's completely you nailed that one. Thanks for clarifying that one, producer Luke.
Well, yeah. That's what I'm getting paid for.
Right.
We getting paid?
Wait, we are?
Oh, fuck, you weren't supposed to tell them what
Shit.
Stitch up.
Yeah, classic sit up there. Thanks for that, J-Pat. Anyway, yet another pod done and dusted. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in on your radio dial. What a pod it's been. Boys, what have we learnt this week? Jake, Kurt McGinn, sorry, we'll start with you.
Well, I've learned that statistically, 50% of people have taken a duke in the ocean. I've got to get onto this bandwagon. I've been missing a massive trend.
Statistically, within the room.
Yeah, it's going from our statistics. And, I mean, hey, we put in the time and effort to call someone in Tauranga to find out if it's, if it's bloody raining. I think our statistics should gain a bit of
I think
respect.
they're quite reliable in all honesty.
Exactly.
They're very alright.
Weatherman, did you have a bit of a stroke there, mate?
A teeny bit. I'm a stroke.
I know the feeling, don't worry.
Yeah.
Anyway, great stuff. Thank you very much. You'll hear from the crew next week. Have a jerk off, a bum wake, or even an aqua dump on us. And as always, stay beautiful, New Zealand. You sexy, flightless bird.
I thought it was the piss take, but okay. I thought you didn't actually want us to do it.
Bloody good.
Beautiful.